Hi, I'm McKenna for Hempfield High School's student-produced news program, Hempfield Happenings. For this episode, we are showcasing the various local activities from this past month, like the LIC FitWalk, student council elections, and many more. Welcome to the October edition of Hempfield Happenings. In October, 21 Hempfield families had the amazing opportunity to host exchange students from Germany. While here, they were able to experience many different aspects of the American lifestyle. This trip was made possible by the German-American Partnership Program. Alex Burden shares more on this opportunity of a lifetime.
Das Deutsch-Amerikanische Partnerschaftsprogramm bietet Schülern aus 2 verschiedenen Ländern die Möglichkeit, das jeweils andere Land zu besuchen, zu erleben und kennenzulernen. Since 1972, the program has promoted intercultural relationships between the two countries.
So GAPP is 51 years young. It was founded in 1972 at the Goethe Institute in Boston, and the idea there was to have an organization that does exchanges, transatlantic exchanges between the U.S. and Germany, so to give young people the opportunity to visit each other's countries. So it looks like this. A teacher has an exchange group. They apply for funds. They go over to Germany. Usually the American side travels during summer, and then the German side comes in fall as a reciprocal exchange visit. Within the GAPP groups, what is also really cool about GAPP is that we support individual students that may not have the means to afford international travel.
As a bilateral program, GAPP makes it possible for experiences to flow both ways between the two countries.
You get a completely different perspective if you're living with a family. You can read things in books, you can learn tons of stuff from your teacher, but until you're living in a household, day-to-day life, how to do laundry, how to go to the grocery store, take public transportation, rely on yourself and your language skills to get by, you can't really learn that. It's something you have to experience.
And these experiences benefit the students with their academics as well.
The biggest benefit is that they are not afraid of speaking anymore. And I hope that will stay for a while in the lessons, because English is quite essential. They have to learn it.
The students get to apply these English-speaking skills in events such as Elternabend or Parents' Night, which is required by GAPP. The presentation allows host families to learn more about the hometown culture of their exchange student.
That was the presentation about our traditions.
GAPP provides students the opportunity to tour nearby areas by the town they're visiting. Within this year's exchange here at Hempfield, the trip has allowed students to visit sites such as an American high school, farm shows located in Mannheim, the Pennsylvania Capitol in Harrisburg, the United States Capitol in Washington, D.C., Hershey, Pennsylvania, and other locations including downtown Lancaster, Philadelphia, and New York City.
The top 3 most populous cities in Germany are Berlin, Munich, and Hamburg.
Throughout the trip, valuable lessons are learned.
You meet a new people. You can form like temporary or even permanent relationships. It's also really great for improving language skills. I learned some words I definitely didn't know before, also like maybe you could call it slang. Words people don't use that often that are maybe very individual.
All in all, the GAPP program provides students with a unique opportunity to build friendships, memories, and improve their language skills through an engaging cultural experience.
Like a movie experience. I like to call it like live in a movie, in America.
For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Alex Burden.
Thank Thank you, Alex. I'm here with Hendrik and Leonie, who are visiting America through the German-American Partnership Program. We are going to be discussing the many differences between America and Germany. First of all, I just want to say thank you for being here and sharing your experiences in America with us. So you guys have been in America for about a week now. What have your experiences been like? What's your favorite things to do here? What have you seen while you're here?
So my first impression was that everybody is so kind and nice to you and help you out with everything. And I really like to spend time with Emma. It doesn't matter what we're doing, I just like to spend time with her.
So my first impression was the same that Leonie did just said. So the people are very nice here, the people are very kind, and it's nice to explore new things with Alex together and get to know the country and the people better.
What are the biggest differences you have noticed between here and back home in Germany?
So I think the major differences is the size of the portions here, because the streets are wider, the cars are bigger, the houses are bigger, and when you go to the grocery store, the packages are bigger, and also when you go to the restaurant, the portions are bigger, so everything is a little bigger here.
I think it's really weird to keep the shoes on in the house, and I also think the food is way too sweet or way too salty.
So while you're staying here in America, you were staying with your host family. So what was it like coming to a country you've never been to and staying with a family that you've also never met?
So at the beginning I was really nervous about it, meeting them and stuff like this. But when I met Emma and the family, I really felt welcome, and they said I'm a part of the family, and that makes me really happy.
So I at first was also really nervous to come here in an unknown country to unknown people. But it turns out really nice. I really like Alex, and one of my favorite things to do here is explore new things with Alex together. I like his family, his mother is so nice to me, and also his sister and his dad. So I'm really happy with the choice the teacher makes.
Well, Hendrik and Leonie are two of the 21 exchange students that Hempfield has welcomed into our school district for their 3-week stay in America. They are both from a small town in Germany called Leuben and got the super exciting chance to be able to stay in the States with their host families. Students who pass German 3 also have the opportunity to spend a period of time in Germany in the summer. While in America, the exchange students participated in numerous activities involving aspects of American high school. Here's a video showcasing the differences between American and German schools.
We're going to put a rod down the middle, and then we're going to make a lamp out of it. We're going to run a rod up through and put a lampshade on top.
Hello, we are going to talk about the major differences of American schools and German schools.
So let's start with the TV studio.
One of the major differences is the technical equipment of American schools, so the students can learn how to use them correctly.
So right now we're in the metalworking room, where you can learn how to work with metal.
And in the room next to the metalworking room, there's the same with wood. German schools usually don't have those kind of classes.
So right now we're in the big auditorium. We also have these in Germany, but they're way smaller.
So in Germany, we usually don't have a workout room in our schools. As you can tell, American and German high schools are very different. For Hempfield Happenings, my name is Hendrik.
For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Leonie.
The feature you just saw was made by 2 German exchange students with no prior experience in filming. They were part of our class for 10 days, and we appreciate their contributions. One of our very own varsity soccer coaches has broken the record of the most career wins. He is now the winningest coach in Hempfield boys soccer history. Tyler Constein spoke with those closest to Coach Ashley about his accomplishments.
This past month, the coach of the Hempfield High School's boys soccer team, Coach Ashley, just broke the record for the most career wins made by a Hempfield coach.
Breaking a school record is a rare occurrence. A lot of success is required for a record to be broken.
I've coached with Coach Ashley for 10 seasons now. I think one of the things that makes him really successful is his humility. He finds a way to make us as a coaching staff, the players, pulls the best out of us, and he's not really worried about who gets the credit.
I would say all the experience he has. I mean, he's been coaching for a long time, and he tells us all these stories about all the people that he's coached and who he's talked to. I mean, every year he tells us the story about how he's talked to Christian Pulisic's dad and asked him what makes Pulisic so good and what's what the competition level is like in Europe. So he's got all this experience at all these different levels.
In soccer, the coaching style of the coach is a crucial part of a team's success. Every coach has a different style of coaching.
Coach actually likes to focus on our conditioning a lot, and it really makes us out-conditioned compared to other teams, and like we outlast teams a lot. I've seen this season and other seasons as well.
I would say his coaching style is all about effort. He wants our team to outwork every other team.
A positive relationship with the coach of the team is a big part of the team chemistry come game time.
He's always around. He actually showed up to my house for our team dinner. He's always talking to players, asking their opinions, and it's been a fun ride with him.
He connects with players. Like, he always tries doing everything for us. Like, he comes to all the team bonding events, and he actually bought the seniors the other day some slushies from 7-Eleven, and it's like, really, you know, those little things really help him connect with us.
We're always doing like team dinners. He's always here to talk if we need it, and he's always giving us motivational speeches before games and in the locker room.
Every coach has some character traits. Some coaches have better traits than others.
Well, he's a man of character. Like, there's no doubt that he has a solid character to stand on, and so he loves us, he appreciates us, he tells us and encourages us things, but he also can tell us the truth too about where we're falling short.
Some good traits about Coach Ashley, I would definitely say he's caring, he cares about his players, he'll protect his players, and he's really selfless. Like, I know all about when he was talking about getting the most winningest coach. He's always saying, oh, it's not me, it's a team. So he really cares about the team. He's selfless about it, he's humble, and that just makes him Coach Ashley.
Breaking a school record like Coach Ashley did is a rare occurrence. Coach Ashley and his achievements will be forever engraved in Hempfield history. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Tyler Constein.
Central PA Runner is shining a light on cross country and track, two sports that are often overlooked. Mary Winan reports on how this blog is impacting the running community.
Sports like cross country don't always get the most attention in the local news and community, but Central PA Runner is changing the status quo. In 2019, Bob Trump, who initially kept track of the LL League's cross country and track scores, passed away, and there was a need for a new website. This is when Brad Stevens, the creator of Central PA Runner, stepped up. He created a site where runners can be recognized with rankings, race times, and weekly wrap-ups, among other things.
Hey, Dana, it's John Walker calling. Hey, do you got a minute?
John Walk, a Lancaster newspaper sports writer, believes that due to the rapid downsizing of newspapers in the last 10 years, Central PA Runner has filled the gap.
So media outlets from 2008 to 2020, newspapers anyway, have been cut in half over those 12 years. As a result, sports departments at newspapers have a lot less bodies than what they did 12, 15 years ago. However, the coverage area is still the same, so you have less bodies trying to cover more sports. So it's especially tough in the fall because that's where most of the sports are. I think there's 8 or 9 varsity sports, girls and boys, in the fall as compared to winter and spring might have 3 or 4 or 5. So you have less bodies trying to cover more sports. It's the same coverage area. And some of the resources get spent in, okay, we should go cover football because that's our bread and butter. That's what people like to read. However, we will still go out and cover the other sports. It just might not be able to devote as much resources to those. So to have something like Central PA Runner step up and say, hey, this is strictly cross country, long distance, track and field type of a website, it kind of fills in the gaps where maybe newspapers have not been able to pick up coverage.
Cross-country coaches use Central PA Runner as a tool to scout other teams.
So as a coach, I will go on after meets are over, and we have McCaskey coming up next. So I can go in and I can see how McCaskey ran against other teams, especially against other teams that we might have already run against, and I can kind of get a scouting report, if you will. And then likewise, teams can do the same thing with our team's results and such. So it's kind of evens out the playing field a little bit.
Central PA Runner brings both the sports journalism and cross-country communities together on one forum. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Mary Winan.
Every year, the Landisville PTO holds an event called the FitWalk, which raises money for Landisville students and staff. Emma Spiker investigated what the money raised contributes to.
On October 13th, Landisville Primary Center and Landisville Intermediate Center got together to have a day full of fun and fundraising. This event was called the FitWalk.
So the FitWalk is one of our PTO fundraisers that we do. We do a couple big PTO fundraisers throughout the school year.
LPC, the primary center, and us get together and walk laps as a way of exercising and raising money for our PTO.
It's kind of just a fun activity to get the students out, as well as teachers, parents, guardians.
And we have a DJ. It's just a really fun event where we all get together and just have a little fun, get outside, get some exercise, and raise some money.
The PTO, or the Parent-Teacher Association, is in charge of raising money for Landisville schools and keeping the students engaged in the school community. There are over 1,200 students served by the PTO.
So just overall, the PTO is really about, involvement with the students, teachers, and parents and guardians, just to have a good community and be able to accomplish things for the betterment of the schools.
We always talk about every parent, every teacher is part of that PTO, not just the executive board members who sit in the meeting. And days like today couldn't be possible without the tremendous amount of work that they put into a day like today.
The money that the school receives is gathered in different ways.
We sell shirts, as you mentioned. We also just take donations on day of the FitWalk by people who attend. We had a Facebook link where you could make a donation, as well as we have sponsors. So when you see the shirts, the back, there's obviously businesses on there. So we try to reach out to local businesses who will sponsor with a donation and have their business logo on the back of the shirt. So that's how we bring in the money for the FitWalk.
Although the school has other fundraisers, the money gathered at the FitWalk is distributed differently than the others.
We have our big fun festival in May, which is a big carnival here that a lot of the community comes out to. But this one's really cool because 100% of the profits go directly back to our students and staff.
The money that is collected is then used to benefit the students and staff at Landisville.
When you look around and see some of the things around the building, you'll see structures and toys and games and resources.
Playground equipment, student activities, field trips.
Our assemblies, teacher resources, different equipment that we get.
This year, the FitWalk was a success, raising over $18,500. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Emma Spiker.
Bananas! Keep it walking out there, keep it walking out there. You guys are doing awesome.
Centerville Elementary held elections for their student council where students in grades 4 through 6 could run to represent their class. Lexi Robinson shares more on this unique elementary program.
This is why I would like to be our student representative for this school year.
Have you ever wanted to be president of your elementary school? Well, now you have a chance. This past month, students at Centerville Elementary School had an opportunity to run for student council.
We wanted more ideas from students for them to be able to share and represent their classroom. So that's why we decided to start a student council, just to start a little leadership program. And I believe this is maybe our 3rd or 4th year doing it. It's been at least a few years.
I felt like I wanted to step up and be a leader and help this school become a better place.
I thought it was a pretty cool thing to do for kids my age.
Students in 4th through 6th grade could run for representative of their class. 6th graders also had the opportunity to run for president, vice president, secretary, or historian. In order to run, they had to write and deliver a speech to their class, and then the class voted on who they thought was the best fit.
I got really nervous. I didn't want to look up at the class.
Some may have felt anxious while giving their speech, but students can learn important life skills from this opportunity.
You can learn that responsibility is a big thing, and leadership and listening could get you a long way.
I thought it would be a way to improve my learning skills and get ready for a future job. I think it's a good privilege for everybody to have.
For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Lexi Robinson.
Hempfield is proud to offer a program called PowerPacks. This provides nutritious meals for children that may lack food while they're away from school. Judah Vaughn showcases the benefits of this program.
Okay, that's a large. So large gets 1 milk, 1 pork, 1 celery, but the large box. Okay, I'll give her the box.
East Petersburg Elementary School, along with others within the Hempfield School District, are providing meals for students in need even outside of school hours.
Here at the Mountville Church of the Brethren, a volunteer and a Hempfield alumni help give food to the community.
Well, as a pickup zone, probably, I'm going to guess, maybe 5 years. I know it was prior to about the time COVID got to be a real problem. The pickup used to be at the elementary, and so it was moved over here, and it's been here ever since because it works well for the school and for us to have it here. But as far as our involvement in the program, it's probably more like 8 years.
The PowerPacks program is trying to make as much of an outreach as possible.
Well, it turns out we have a lot of people in this community that are in need of supplemental nutrition. And these are people with children in our local schools. So we like to take care of our neighbors. I got the pork and the bag.
The need for this program has grown over the years.
Well, on any given week, it changes. For instance, this week we're up to 31, which is probably the most we've ever done. I think we've had as few as maybe 16 years ago, but the need apparently is growing. You're welcome.
This program isn't just about getting food to families in need. There's also the goal of building relationships and doing more for your community than most are able to.
Oh, for sure. I think it does wonders to when people know that that there's a safety net. It helps everyone. I know it's good for our church to be a part of this. That we feel like we're really making a difference rather than just showing up for church on Sunday morning.
Hempfield isn't just a school district. It's also a resource and a helping hand for those in need.
You're welcome. See you next time.
And for Hempfield Happenings, I'm Judah Vaughn.
Bye-bye. Bye.
The Owl Hill Learning Academy at Landisville Intermediate Center provides free full-day pre-K for income-eligible families in the district. Landis Knoll provides more information about this program.
It's cheap. So the first pig made a house of straw and his siblings.
Here at Landisville Intermediate Center, the Owl Hill program is offered. Owl Hill is a DHS childcare company and has come a long way from what they can offer to students and their families.
We then, in 2007, when Pre-K Counts became like a state grant, we became eligible for that, and we started offering pre-K programs in school districts. So
there are two main requirements for families looking to apply for Owl Hill.
One, they have to meet the income requirement, which is their combined gross income in the family of all the adults living in the household that care for the kid have to be 300% or less than the federal poverty level. And they can't be 5 when they enter. So if they're kindergarten eligible, they have to go to kindergarten, chronologically aged eligible. Yeah. But if they're like not ready skills-wise, they still can't come if they're 5. So
there are many differences between Owl Hill and other pre-K options.
We have a curriculum, we have assessments done 3 times a year, we do parent-teacher conferences twice a year. The parents have to adhere to strict attendance guidelines, pick up and drop off, like they would do in a quote-unquote school. Daycare is a little bit more fluid, the families can set their schedule. For this program, it's 5 days a week, 5.5 hours a day, and you can't pick your days. Like, that is a chunk.
There's a lot to look forward to when you show up to preschool.
Seeing my teachers climb.
Owl Hill provides many opportunities for local families looking to put their children into an early education program. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Landis Knoll.
Students in Mr. Casabo's class at Mountville Elementary start their day off with fun activities during morning meetings. Izzy Heisey looked into how this leaves a positive impact on kids for the rest of their school careers.
In high school, when the bell rings, you get straight to work. But Mr. Casabo's class starts their day a little differently. After saying the Pledge of Allegiance, Mr. Casabo, a 6th grade teacher at Mountville Elementary, starts his class off with an activity known as morning meeting.
The morning meetings are a time for students to decompress in a way, but also share more about their lives, because typically in a school day it's go from class to class, and it's science, social studies, math, but there's not a lot of time for the actual student to share who they are. So it allows the kids to learn more about each other, allows the individuals to share things in their lives that they might not get to in a normal school day or a normal class time. just gives an opportunity for the class to become more of like a cohesive unit throughout the year.
Not only do the kids get to express themselves, they also get to play some games.
After a share in the teacher message, typically we play a class game to help build either teamwork or team building skills, bonding skills, where they just feel closer together. And sometimes it can just be silly games to let them get the energy out.
The kids enjoy these meetings for multiple different reasons.
Get to play games and connect with other classmates.
Because we get to express our feelings.
Because we get to play games and it's fun.
Mr. Casabo's class is only one of many who participate in morning meetings.
I think there's like a 15-20 minute time set aside for each teacher in the morning to start the day off with morning meeting. Just gives us a chance to share the message, to start the day off on the right foot.
After 30 minutes of fun at morning meetings, the students make their way to their class. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Izzy Heidze.
Welcome to Hempfield Highlights, where we highlight things that have happened around the district this month. At the beginning of the month, Hempfield High School crowned their homecoming queen, Avery Landis, during halftime at the homecoming football game against Wilson. The homecoming king, Seth Wiggins, was also crowned during the junior and senior girls Powder Puff game. To go along with the celebrations, Hempfield held their first homecoming parade in over a decade that showcased the band, the homecoming court, and all of our sports teams to get everyone in the spirit for the homecoming dance that night. Every year, Hempfield inducts students into the National Honor Society, who have shown prior service, character experience, and leadership. This year, 113 students were proudly inducted. Congratulations. The Hempfield Marching Knights performed at the Bands of America Mid-Atlantic Regional Championship against some of the best marching bands from all over the East Coast. For the first time in 9 years, they were selected to perform in the finals, where they earned the 6th place spot with a score of 73.3. 3 of our fall sports have secured the Lancaster-Lebanon League titles so far this year. Girls volleyball has won their 7th consecutive title after beating Elizabethtown. Girls tennis won the league championship for the first time since 2009. And lastly, senior Ella Wolf was the first female to cross the finish line at the cross-country championship. Way to go. Thank you for watching this month's episode of Hempfield Happenings. Don't forget to tune in next month to see more exciting activities happening throughout the district. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm McKenna Straley.